Does anybody else have that one coworker who's just doesn't do anything and somehow they're still the boss's favorite employee?
Alright, I hadn't posted a video in a while, mostly because I think somebody or thought somebody might be trespassing, and I'm working on setting up a security system back here to verify. Maybe they're not, or maybe they quit, maybe it's random. I don't know. But I won't be uploading any videos for a little bit just to make sure, because that person could also be watching my videos. So we'll see. But I doubt it. My brother's pretty much the only one who watches my videos. So anyways, I got the goat food here. I got more I'm going to take back to the goat yard. But one of the main rules is never put their food on the ground, because that's how they get parasites. Stop. Get off me. Get off. Get down. What's up with your eye? Let me... Is that normal, or is something wrong with you? You're fine. You're just annoying. I'm just getting over a cold. I had 2 of them back to back. So, anyway, before I go back to the goat yard. So this food is for after when the goats follow me back up. I normally don't give them this much grain, but I've been gone for 7-8 days. So the first day I'm home, I usually give them extra food. I mean, they got plenty of food they're foraging on, but this is just a supplement. But it's been raining and the pond's starting to fill up. It's not quite half full. I gotta redo this pond. They didn't do it right. I mean, they did it right, but they didn't do it right, if that makes sense. I wanted it deeper, and I wanted this berm wider. And but they said something about $1,000, and I was like, cool. And I thought that was an estimate. I didn't know that they thought that was my budget. I mean, I make $1,000 a week. My budget can be whatever it needs to be. But when they quoted me $1,000, I was like, all right, cool. I can get what I want done for $1,000. Really, it would have cost me probably $1,500 to do it the way I wanted. No big deal. It's only $500. Now it's going to cost me more money to have somebody come in and fix it, which is fucked up. And now I can't get them to come back and fix it. So, it's frustrating. Unreliable people. So, I mean, when I do a job, I try to do it right. I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. Now, I'm a truck driver, and I'm not as fast. I don't pump out as many miles as some of the other drivers, but I still do a quality job. I'm efficient. I don't tear up the equipment. I don't get tickets. I do the job in an orderly manner. But sometimes that's not good enough. And so that's one reason why I've had multiple jobs. It's just like they want quantity workers, not quality workers. And I'm not a quantity worker, I'm a quality worker. Which is why I had empathy for David Ray. I thought he was more of a quality worker rather than a quantity worker. But it turns out he was just lazy. He didn't do anything. I'd have been happy if he was slow and proficient, but he wasn't even proficient. He was just non-existent. So, at first he was slow and persistent or whatever, but then he petered off and didn't do anything. So I was like, all right, fine. Whatever. I wasn't going to get rid of him. I was going to put him in that back corner and let him be a bum back there. Guess where he wanted to be. And he would have been out of sight, out of mind. But then he started stabbing me in the back and sabotaging me, so I had to get rid of him. Didn't have a choice. All right. These guys are going to make my job difficult. They say not to have your goats collared without supervision, but I've had my goats collared without supervision for a long time and haven't had any problems that I know of yet. So, I don't know. I guess that's a personal judgment. All right, I'm going to battle these guys so I can feed them. They're going to fight me to get all of it because they're selfish. They want all of it for themselves. But you're going to get all of it for yourself. You just got to wait. Don't bum rush me. All right, here we go. All right. So this is how I keep from feeding them on the ground. I cut these tops that I cut off of these plastic barrels that I use for rainwater collection. And I feed them on those. Now, they will collect water when it rains, so I just dump the water. Sometimes they poop on them, but I just dump the poop and then it's clean. So they got, generally speaking, they got pretty clean poop. So you just dump it off and everything's okay. But yeah, that's how I keep their feet off the ground. I need to come up with a better solution, but for now, that's what I got. So anyways, I was going to go do my laundry first and then come back and take care of them, but I thought, to heck with it. So I found on Facebook some scrap wood for $1 a board, which might be a little high, but it's not high in comparison to other people. And I just need some scrap siding boards for my pallet sheds. So after I do my laundry, I'm gonna go fetch me some of those. I'm not feeling too great, but I'm just gonna do light duty stuff this week like I was supposed to do last week. But yeah. Last week I was a little more recovered when I came home. This week, not so much. But the last time I was sicker. I didn't have my elixir with me. So I'm at the tail end of it again. But I was at the tail end of it last time as well. So I think I just did too much work last weekend and then relapsed. So I'm gonna try not to overwork myself, but still get stuff done. I know tomorrow I got to do tax stuff, so that's not strenuous. Stressful, but not strenuous. I hate doing paperwork. I hate doing taxes. But it's something you got to do. And once I get my Kaplinger building back and I get it finished and fixed up, I'll have me a little office in there. And I'll be more organized. Basically, it's just going to be my laboratory for my aromatherapy and whatnot, making my elixirs and whatnot. And an office. But my brother gave me my nephew's bunk bed. So I'll have that in there as well. So I'll have a bed. I'll have like a kitchen and an office. And a laboratory. A shower. And a bathroom. I'm working on putting in the shower. That's going to be a little bit of work. But this looks like trash, but really what it is my raspberry patch. And I just been throwing paper in there. I also got some automatic chicken doors I'm going to try to put on this chicken coop for chickens and cats. It'll open during the day and it'll close at night. Since David Ray put this hole in this door, I thought about putting it there to compensate for the damage that David Ray did. He tried to blame it on the raccoons, but I know better. So, but anyhow, I got my solar panel and my batteries hooked back up. There's nothing hooked to them. They're just maintaining them for the winter until I do something else with them. Otherwise, they'll go bad. But I did finally get that done a couple weeks ago. And the charge controller says they're good, so cool. David Ray stole the rest of them. I don't know why he left these two and stole the other 4, but whatever. I'm surprised he didn't steal my solar panels too. But what I want to do, all I want to do is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. What I want to do is move those batteries over here. This shed looks like it's starting to collapse or starting to try to collapse. So I got to straighten it out and fix it up, basically reinforce it. I think maybe these pallets might be the only thing keeping them from falling over. Probably not. Don't look like much is really holding it up, except for maybe that top solar panel bracket thingy. Which that's the other thing David Ray screwed up on. He just willy-nilly wired those together. I thought he did a good job. I didn't double check him. He did a crappy job. So tied off everything over here so that and undid everything or separated those because he had them all tied together. And if those arc did basically destroy the solar panels and probably catch on fire. You can see basically. Yeah, he talks this big talk like he knows everything, but yet he does a half-ass shitty job on everything pretty much. Sometimes he does good work, but less often than he does. What the hell? Hang that back up. So anyways, I'm gonna basically reinforce this, make it because it looks like it's starting to lean. Reinforce this, make sure it doesn't topple. And then put the batteries back in here and then fix that crappy job, hook the batteries back up, and turn this back into the solar shed that it once was. And basically, this is where I'll recharge all of my power tools. That being said, I could do that over here in the chicken yard, but or maybe build another shed over here in the kitchen area for that purpose and run wires from the chicken coop over here, because I'm gonna have solar panels all across the top of that chicken coop. That's the goal. And then this topper over here is gonna be the battery bank. So I need to build a pallet shed over here with this topper. And that's going to be the battery bank. And so the chicken yard is not just going to be a chicken yard, it's going to be a solar station as well. And then, like I said, I can run a wire, you know, from the chicken coop over here somehow. You know, put up a 14-foot pole or something. Because we might have, you know, heavy equipment come in here and I'll have to have it like 13.6 or whatever. So if that's the case, see, they love this stuff. They'll be bugging me for more when they're done. But, and I don't give them a lot of this stuff. This is mostly how I feed them their herbal medicine. And it's got extra nutrients. I put their minerals in here. And other supplements that they need. And that's how I give them their supplements. And they eat it up. But anyways, yeah, I'll run wires from there over to here maybe. Where David used to have his crappy little thing here. Maybe I'll build another shed here and use that for power tools. Because this is supposed to be like a kitchen area. But then again, you know, I'm not doing the sustainable community crap anymore. That was a nightmare. Never do that. Learn from my mistake. But if I still have like, I'm still thinking about making this a kitchen area or keeping this a kitchen area and making it kind of like a little party hub where we can have shindigs and whatnot. I cleaned up and fixed up the box truck. It still don't run because it hasn't been started in a while. I gotta put fresh fuel in it and stuff. But inside here, I redid all the inside, or most of the inside. So I'll be putting my kitchen overstock supplies and stuff like that in there. We had a kitchen camper here. I might actually build a little cabin here and put a kitchen in there, which was what my long-term goal anyways. And this could be our little cookout hangout spot still in the future, which it was in the past and it can still be in the future. And what I'll do is I'll put goat fence or horse fence, probably horse fence, all the way around. I had the cattle panels, but that wasn't the best idea. I'll do probably a horse fence all the way around in a circle. And then finish cleaning this place up. I've cleaned it up a lot considering how it was, but I still have ways to go. But that'll keep, you know, the goats and everything out. The biggest problem with having cattle panels is the chickens and ducks, and not so much the chickens, but the ducks will get in here and they'd hang out in here and poop in here, and it was nasty. And I wanted them to hang out over there, which they did, but yeah, basically they came and went from the chicken coop to the pond, and they would hang out in the kitchen area when we were eating and begging for food. and pooping all over the place. But having the ducks and geese helped, slick the pond, if you will. I'm trying to get that property next door, but if I don't get it, I'm going to go ahead and use that money I'm putting for the down payment into the fencing for the fence line and a backhoe. So I got about $7,000 saved up. I've got most of it in stocks, but I've been learning the stocks, and I'm moving it all. I'm going to start moving it all over to the stocks that are paying the best dividends. I got one stock just paying me like 127% return on my investment. So I'm going to start moving all my money over there pretty much. Until I find something better. And that won't last forever. But for now, that's pretty good odds. That's pretty good money. 120%, 127% return. So, too bad I can't put my whole paycheck in there. Like, basically I can live off of that if I put my whole paycheck in there. But, yeah, which I might do eventually. So, yeah, this still somewhat holds water. That's why I haven't burned it yet. But once it quits holding water, I'm going to throw it in the fire. I need to get another one maybe. But I don't have ducks anymore. The ducks and the geese enjoyed it the most. But anyhow, anything that holds water, I try to hold on to because I'm off the grid here. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go do my laundry and then go get these boards for the siding. These boards are gonna be siding for these pallet sheds. So yeah, all right, bye.